Okay guys, it's been a few days since the last post, and a couple of things have happened that I want to do. I want to cover. First of all, a big massive thank you. I've broken 300 subs this week. It happened I think Thursday. I broke 300 subs on my YouTube channel, which is quite a big thing for me. I know there's some of you guys out there with massive numbers, and you know, wherever you're doing your channel, I'm glad you got that success. But 300 subs for me is a big stand, and before that I'm going to do a bit of a giveaway. I'm not quite sure what way I'm going to work it yet and what I'm going to include, but I'll keep you updated. Just as a thank you for the subbers, there'll be a competition, there'll be an opportunity to take something, a prize away from it. A wee thank you from Clinton K to you, the subbers, for your faithfulness, for you taking time to check on my channel and watch my vids and join in with the fun that I have when I'm outside doing what I do, whether it's hiking with Jade or camping with Tom or Wayne or the guys from NI Survival. So thank you for that. Today I just want to do a quick video on prepping. I've always sort of leaned towards the I'm not a prepper school of belief, but I do put a bit of planning into scenarios, and Lone Wolf and Mr. Fermanaman have both brought to my attention get home bags and EDCs to a different sort of level. And then reading through the going home book that I know Lone Wolf and Mr. Fermanaman have also read, and where it's covering the bag, the get home bag, I kind of thought to myself, my EDC, you know, I mean, it needs to be taken up a wee bit. One of my previous vids in a VR to Tom was my woodland EDC, and the wee pack that I took out into the woods with me. I've talked about Urban EDC, and that's what I've got on right now. It's a bit bigger than what I normally would have presented as an EDC, but this always sits in the back seat of my car. Today I left the car at home, and I walked into town, which is nearly 4 miles, and I carried this with me. And while I was off on holidays a couple of weeks ago, me and the girls took a few days touring around Northern Ireland doing different things, different activities, and I took this bag with me. And what I'm going to do is just have a breakdown of the bag, what's in it, the bag itself, and the different things that I've put into what I would class as an urban EDC. And that's the whole point of this. This is an urban EDC, or a get home bag. This is not what I'll take into the woods with me. This is not for bushcraft survival training. This is when I go out and about, when I'm up the town with my wife or my daughter, when I'm driving to and from work. This is the bag that's with me. So I'm going to introduce you to it now. Okay guys, right, the bag. Fleabay purchase. Got off Fleabay, and came from China. I know. What do you do? The price compared to branded equivalents was just laughable. How much money I saved buying this bag as an unbranded bag. Now, I have taken this bag out, and I've shown it to Tom, Mr. Fermanaman, who is a big Maxpedition bag carrier, and has a lot of their accessories and kits, bits and pieces. And you know what? It looks the same. It feels the same. The accessories are the same. I'm thinking that it's an unbranded equivalent from some Chinese market, and I'm happy enough, because the price I paid for this was minor compared to what you'd pay for your Maxpedition. It did come with the chest clasp and a belt. I took them off. Why? Because this is a little bag, and for all the weight that ever be in it, I don't need it to be supported. Okay, the straps alone are good enough for me. The straps themselves, if you need to dump the bag, dump and go, you can clip them off. They're very adjustable. They're very flexible. They've lots of mall attachments. I have wee bits and pieces. Really all I ever stick on the outside is water bottle attachments, and I've actually ordered from the same company a water bottle carrier that will fit onto the size of that, side of that with 3 mall attachments, the same colour, you know, and again unbranded but a fraction of the price. The bag has 1, 2, 3, 4 and a hidden compartment, and within those compartments other minor compartments which I will run through. You can see that we've pimped out a wee bit. One of the sheepdog patches, which I'm really into the whole sheepdog mentality now, because you know what, for me it's simply this: I serve the Good Shepherd, therefore I'm a sheepdog. And the whole Henny Hines badge on there, but they might not authorise that, saying that I buy cheap Chinese imports. Anyway, I'm going to have a wee rip down, pull the bag apart, have a quick look at it, see what it does, what it contains, and hope you like it. Okay, so let's get up and personal with the bag. First thing I like about the bag is the fact that it can all be cinched well up nice and tight. Now, you have a clasp over the top, and you have a cinch band on both sides, which allow me to pull the bag up really secure and tight and not compromise space, so I can pull that all up in and make the bag a lot smaller and a lot more compact. You can see there the mall attachments, small and large. They're on the front, they're on the side. This little clip I put on here is really just for whenever, again it's an urban bag, I'm up to town, buy a bottle of water, I clip it on here. Okay, and that gives me a place to put those on. If I'm trying to throw something else a wee bit heavier on, carabiner. The back, which up until now the only use I've had for this is my tablet, my iPad, goes in the back, but again you could put other storage items in there. I've tied on a few of these little red LEDs. These have not only a great practical use, can't see so well in the daylight, but they have a great sentimental meaning, and that is a ministry that I and the Sergeant Fruitcake Wayne used to be involved in, and those are the last couple of little strong words LEDs left knocking about in this country, I believe. So I've thrown them on just to give me a source of light if I need to access the bag at night. If I'm in my car, it's late at night, I can reach around, click those on. Right, first pocket, you can see that it's tight. You just uncinch that band and we've got access in there. And I'll show you what I've carried. This bag is based on the 5 C's of survival, or an urbanised 5 C's of survival. I mean, Dave hasn't gone wrong yet with his teachings and what he throws out there, so there's no point in changing it. First thing I've thrown in is a cover for a smartphone. If I get stuck or stranded or have no rain cover, and I've got my phone in my pocket, I don't want to get them destroyed. So I like reach in there, put my phone in there, seal it up, and I have a way of protecting my phone. I'll just get in here and show you what we can all squeeze into that first wee pouch. A lot of the stuff will be duplicated. You know, I'll have a couple of different methods of combustion, a couple of cutting tools, a couple of covers, but they're all necessary. Okay, so there's the first compartment. As you can see, it's a good size wee pocket, but within it there's an inner pocket, and within the inner pocket there's other attachments. Out of that first pocket, I've taken that mess on the table. And what have I got? Well, we've got cordage. Urban, I'm not going to see myself having to, well, tie up too many traps or, you know, throw myself off the side of a cliff using a homemade system. So these are just cuttings of paracord that I've lying about the house, and for any wee odds or jobs, any bits and pieces that I need to do, I've got them on me. Batteries. What have I got in the way of batteries? Well, first of all, you might have seen this on Mr. Man's channel, the battery carrier. He gifted me with one of these, and I've got AAA's, AA's, 9 volts in that. This is a wee cheap one off Amazon, the difference being less rattle, child's toy rattle. But I've got 4 AAA's in there as well, and those will power my head torch, which you can see has main beam, single beam, or smaller beam. I've also got a wee hand torch, a wee cree, couple of sets of matches. Never really a go-to for combustion, but it's always good to have. A little multi-tool, the True Utility brand. Just handy to have. I always carry my Leatherman skillet tool, but if I don't have it, I don't have access to it, I've got a backup. And then in a separate wee bag that's inside there, a roll of Gorilla Tape, inch roll. This stuff's super. Do so much with it. A large and a small emergency blanket, and a couple of heat pads. Right, so that's one wee pocket, and we've got combustion, we've got cutting tool, we've got cover, we've got cordage. You know, there's plenty in that one wee pocket. Okay, so the second pocket, the one with the badges on it, sits up on top. My old faithful, excuse the camera work, the Bear Zippo. In his pack in case I need to throw them onto my belt, but kept in the bag. We all know how reliable or how good Zippos are for using up fuel. So a bit of fuel. There's a bit of a mess in there because today while we were out for a walk I had the bag with me and I came across a nice birch tree. So while we were out we grabbed some bark and just stuck it in the bag. I'll not be pulling all that out, but within here I've got another 2 knives and a DC3 stone, a Falconhaven DC3, just for keeping those knives working. That was a knife. Now this is the wee EKA that I put on the folder, or locking or non-locking knife fed. I'm carrying it at the minute. I think I will remove it because the fact this is a Urban EDC or an Urban bug out bag. I'm not within UK law carrying that, so I do think I'm going to be changing that over. I've got a nice wee Swiss Army knife that is UK legal that will probably be going into that bag, just to keep me within the limits of the law. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I've also got a diamond
sharpener that folds away down in the bag, so that's for keeping my blades and working quality. This was gifted from a guy who I was talking to on Instagram. He goes by the tag Ocular, and it's an Opinel. I think it's a number 10, which means it's quite a large blade, but look at the work on that. You couldn't let that knife lie in the house. Well carved, nice big skull, monster skull, alien skull into the handle of the Opinel. Sits in the bag. So that's 2 pockets, and you can see the mess on the table. Now I just don't know who's going to pack all this away for me again. Okay, middle pocket is solely for cover, and the cover that I have included in this should do me for an overnighter. I have my chamal, which is a large one. I have a small tube head towel, which you can throw on for head covering, use as a scarf, keep the cold off. But the next 2 items are going to build a shelter complete for me. First of all, I have my Army issue, British Army issue, Gore-Tex coat, which is a sealed unit by itself. It covers from head to low thigh. It's windproof, it's waterproof, it has the hood, and it's light, so that'll keep the rain off me. If I need to go a step further, in here I have a poncho. Now the poncho has tie-offs and cord already attached, and that would be my tarp. So there's a tarp, there's a Gore-Tex jacket, 2 survival blankets, a heat pad, a chamal and a scarf. That's an overnighter. That's everything you need there to keep warm and safe. I've got combustion, I've got cover, I've got cordage, I've got cotton tools. The last thing really is the container, and we're going to come to container next in the last section of the bag. Now you can see how that bag opens up and the size that's available, and what I have in there is, first of all, a small folding way water container. Takes up no room, no weight, but it will carry for me water whenever I need to resource water. And I've got my Pure cup. Now I did say this is an urban bag, a get home bag. There is water sources available in the urban area, okay? Not all of them are trusted. With this, I know that no matter what water I come across, I can filter it, I can drink it, and I can be safe. Now this bag is designed as a get home bag, and a few of you guys online are maybe going to ask me, where's my food? You know, how are you going to survive till you get home? I live in Northern Ireland. I probably could walk from shore to shore in a couple of days. If guys you don't know, I'm built of a robust frame. If I've got water and I've got shelter, I could go for quite a few days without food, but I've got the means of maybe foraging and gathering food, so I didn't pack any what we'd call quality food into this bag, okay? Because I don't think it's necessary for me to get home. I don't think it's necessary for me to survive a disaster. Whatever goes wrong, I'll be getting home to my family, and the food stores are there. Okay, so containers, well, hanging on the outside of the bag is just this wee single skin flask. Sergeant Fruitcake gave this to me, and it's perfect because I can boil in it. So if I have external fire, I can boil in this, and this will be hanging off the outside of the bag. The inside of the bag, a flask with cool water, ready to go. For quick boil, the old reliable jet boil. stays in the bag. It's now become a firm family favourite on days out. We took it to the zoo, we took it to the beach. We're able to make coffee and hot chocolate while other people are just sitting around wondering where we're getting our hot drinks from. And a titanium cup, just that if I need to work with a cup on its own, I've got the titanium. I've got a good wee robust strong cup there that I can set into the embers in the fire, that I can pour hot water into and work with straight away, so that's in the bag. And a spork. The inside, another wee pocket, spare mobile. This is just a wee pay as you go, sitting with a full charge. It's not my phone of choice. I have my own phone. This one stays in here. If I lose my phone, if I get parted from my phone, if somebody tries to mug me, I dare them for my phone. I've got another way of contacting friends and family for help. Wee memory stick. I suppose if I need to download government files. Basically, guys, if I'm out with a friend's house and they've got something they want to share, you know, it's not tied to my keyring, but I go out to my car and I grab this. And these two are chargers for my phone or the camera that you're watching this on. This is a wee cheapie that I bought off Fleabag again. Took like ages to get from China, so while I was waiting for it to arrive, I bought the Pebble, which is a great device. It holds a 200% iPhone charge and charged up from USB cables, and it was reduced down to like £14, and it stays in there, and I know that I can recharge my phone again. In this last compartment, it's really my brew and hygiene kit. A bit of trail mix, jungle formula if we're out and the bugs are about. I've got a bit of antibacterial hand gel, and then my brew kit. Now, there's no first aid kit in here because I have a separate wee kit line in the car, but my first aid training's minimal, so my first aid kit is minimal. I've got a few pads that can apply pressure. I've got super glue if you cut yourself. I've got a bandana to tie up your arm if you're stupid enough to break it. But you know, my first aid kit's minimal. So this is to get me home. And if I've fallen and hurt myself badly, then I ain't walking too far. The brew kit really just has all the ingredients from one of the ration packs. Again, you'll see there's boiled sweets, an energy drink, and then tea, coffee, spoon, and it's all in there just when I need it. I can quickly throw up a brew anywhere, pull over the car, have a long journey home and make a brew. Don't care, don't have to look for a roadside cafe, don't have to worry about how long drive to my next stop. But that is my kit, guys. That is my bag, and that is what it contains. And who's coming around to repack it for me, because that's going to be a nightmare. So prepping, yeah, there you go. That's my Urban EDC, full contents built out for you. If you think I'm missing anything, give me a shout, give me a comment. If you want to ask any more questions, leave a wee comment. I'll answer them the best I can. Everything there covers the 5 C's. We've got cotton tool, we've got container, we've got cover, we've got cordage, and we've got combustion. Alright, that'll get me home. If my car fails, if I can't use public transport or contact someone, I'm still getting home by my hoof, by my foot, and that's going to help me do it. So, inspired by Lone Wolf and Mr. Fermanaman and the book Going Home. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, while I was outside doing the EDC, the Get Home, the Urban EDC bag, I forgot to mention just a new wee piece of kit. It's a little torch that I picked up in a seaside town. If you've seen the hike the day I did with Jade from Portrush, there's a surf shop in Portrush and we happened to be nosying in, and I found this little torch, and it's bright. It's 54 lumens, one battery, pocket torch, very light, tidy piece, fits in a pocket, you forget that it's there. Brand is Coast, picked it up for less than £10. What more can you do? You know, I've carried it for a week now. It's been in my pocket. I've used it a few occasions. Had to retrieve something from like attic storage space. It worked perfectly for that. Had to use it on one of the computers in work to get down in and see the back of it. You know, it's there. It's in my pocket. It's a new addition to my EDC. Coast, check them out. Apparently relatively new. They do multi-tools and bits and pieces, but this is the only thing I was investing in that day. So that's a quick wee add-on. Thanks guys.